everyone, and welcome to a very unserious episode of the Jams and Tea podcast, where we spill some tea, but it's a different kind of tea that we usually spill. We're doing a tier list. We've done some in the past, but for bands we've liked, and purely because we were feeling immensely fucking chaotic, and because we thought it would provide good material, we're here doing a tier list of fast food franchises, as is popular to do on the internet nowadays. And this is going to be spearheaded by, I think, the connoisseur of the cream of the crop here, which is Morgan. And then the rest of us are just going to provide the role of the Greek chorus, as it were.
Yeah, so I will be doing the list making. I will defer to Jake and August in case there's something I haven't had that they might have, and I could use their placement. I neglect to mention Riley in that deferment because
for the record, for our viewers' benefit, I live in a fucking shithole called New Zealand, apparently, and
a prison island,
a real hellhole.
We have like 6 of these. But I'm going to be fucking vocal regardless.
All right. Let's just jump right into it with something I've never had. Have any of you guys had A&W?
Perfectly serviceable beer and burger kind of place. I don't think they have root beer, but not like beer, but it's a solid C-tier restaurant, IMO. It's not something I'm going to for like anything specific, but if I'm on a road trip and there's one nearby.
It's a real men's restaurant here. I'm talking about ass and wings. That's all you need.
Yes. Yep, that's what that is.
Goddamn right.
That's absolutely what that stands for.
All right. Arby's. Arby's gets a bad rap, man. There's like this wave of hate for Arby's that I will never be able to wrap my mind around because the shit smacks. Especially if you're going to Arby's and you don't get a Jamocha shake, crackhead. You're wrong. You're doing it wrong.
Get a shake and mozzarella sticks, and that's it.
Yeah. Oh my god. Give me some mozzarella sticks.
Yeah. No, the mozzarella sticks are bangers at Arby's. Let it be said. I went there pretty recently, and with a bunch of friends, and it was like, fuck the food, mozzarella sticks. Discounting that mozzarella sticks are food.
Yeah, I was about to say, implying that mozzarella sticks are not food.
They're like their own special category,
So I'm in the camp of B tier here.
I'd say B. Yeah, B is fine with me.
Pretty good stuff. Any of you guys had Baja Fresh?
Never even heard before, frankly.
I like that one song of theirs, "Who Let the Dogs Out." Great song.
Yeah, I'm with you. How about Blimpy?
That's actually not a great song.
Do what?
Blimpy?
Yeah, Blimpy. F tier because the name is garbage. Blimpy. I'm not gonna eat it a Blimpy. Fuck you.
Fuck Blimpy. Yeah, you know what?
I'm gonna go with never had, but I like the energy.
Okay.
Bojangles.
You know what?
Sounds racist.
I had Bojangles in an airport
Vaguely.
once, and their fucking original brand of Mountain Dew is fucking fire. I love that shit.
Original brand of
it's called Southern Shock, and it's actually pretty good.
I've never had that, but they got
Bojangles Horseman.
The biscuits are good. The chicken is terrible. Like, guys, you have 2 things. You have chicken and biscuits, and apparently Mountain Dew, so 3. And you're missing. You need to have all 3 if you're a fast food joint and you're only doing 3 things. You can't be slacking. Boston Market. You guys had this.
That's a very comfortable C tier for me. It's like
word.
If you're just hungry and you're just like, God, I want just a sandwich, just like, or a sub or something. Boston Market will do you just fine. They have good like dipping shit too, so they're solid.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Finally, one I can talk about. Burger King.
Burger King. Everyone knows Burger King.
So
despicable.
I had a bit. We were one of the bits of genesis for this whole video idea was we were just talking about fast food the other day. I can't even remember why. And I said basically the definitive statement on Burger King then, and so I'll say it again. The most
What's Peter Gabriel got to do with it, though? Bits of Genesis.
The most unremarkable fast food you'll ever eat in your life. It is like wallpaper. But no, because eating wallpaper sounds disgusting, whereas eating Burger King is like, it's like eating the idea of food.
Lead was in wallpaper for a long time, and kids were eating the fuck out of that, so it can't be that bad.
Eating Burger King is like if someone said to you, imagine eating a burger. And it's every bit as satisfying as imagining you've had food.
Except the burger tastes like a hunk of charcoal. Like, I mean, I really,
you ain't
the Burger King.
You ain't rocking with the BK chicken. We ain't.
What?
No,
it's fine.
I mean, I actually probably would agree that their beef burgers in general are underwhelming.
Garbage.
I mean,
this is the kind of shit that Shinichi Saruhara from Don Brothers would eat.
It's purely functional. The problem with Burger King is that if you're ever in a place, like in an environment where there's a Burger King, there is invariably going to be something better.
Something right down the road.
Within a 10-meter radius.
There's never just a Burger King. I've heard that their breakfast is good, but here's the thing about that. If you catch me in a Burger King before 10 a.m., I shoot me. I will hang myself. It sounds horrible.
That also sounds like a clickbait video on YouTube. Burger King before 10 a.m. challenge.
What I will say is the Burger King I lived closest to in my hometown, they're not like this anymore because they got, important or whatever.
They sold out, man.
But they used to be like, just not give a shit about, like, you could get free refills in your drink. You could just go back up to the drink counter and just refill it, and no one would give a shit. And they don't let you do that anymore in the Burger King that I frequent. And that's
what a fun.
That tells you everything that's wrong with our society.
This is the future that liberals want.
Yeah. I'm going to pay fucking $12 for a burger meal that's fucking purely functional. I should at least be able to exploit the resources of the restaurant. Anyway.
Enjoy your gender burger with liberal drink.
Up yours, woke moralists. We'll see.
Anyway, I personally, Burger King would be D tier for me, but I guess I can understand F tiering it.
It's just like
this is like a boring album versus bad album discussion.
Yeah, no, that's what I was gonna say. I think there's a zenith when you reach the top of boring that it like falls over the edge. It's
Burger
on the edge.
King is the pineapple thief of fast food.
We need a reference point that more people will get. It's like imagine that fast food restaurants are like the Weezer discography, and Burger King is the Green Album. Or maybe it's more like the fucking Teal Album.
I would say it's more like Hurley. That's the
I
album.
don't know.
No, Hurley has a couple of bangers on it, man.
No,
Hurley has Trainwreck on it.
I think
so does the Green Album.
Yeah,
like one or two. Burger King is like the Black Album of Weezer of fast food.
Yeah, that's better.
No, this is all very interesting.
Anyway,
I just needed to note that.
Moving on.
Yeah, Raising Cane's. I don't have strong feelings about Cane's, which seems rare, especially in this neck of the woods.
I think Cane's, they're just like perfectly serviceable. Like, that like, I could live with.
I will tell you,
sauce for the chicken, that's good shit. And also the little toast you can get, that's pretty solid too.
Yeah,
toast. Yeah, the toast is where it's at for sure.
I'll tell you what I hate. What I fucking hate is their little bitty chipped ice cubes. Fuck off with that shit. I don't want ice in my straw.
Gay.
I hate that shit.
You know what? They're going D tier just for that. I forgot about that.
You know what? Fair enough.
What is the point of like small ice cubes in general? Like,
it's so stupid. They're gonna faster.
Exactly. They're gonna. What you essentially you were doing is you're just saying, you're just going to the tap essentially, just putting water into your drink.
You are. It is the business scheme.
The biggest scam in all of America. They put
Ice,
so much ice.
Barely any scam. Yeah,
it is. It's horse shit.
Like, and the sodas are already watered down in most of these places to begin with, right?
Yeah, like most of these places are, and if not watered down, they have like all of the fucking flavor packets which dilute it just ever so slightly with like lemon zest or whatever the hell. That's less a Cane's problem and more an America problem. We need to fix the system.
It's true. Carl's Jr. trash.
Yeah, terrible. I mean, literally just like go to Culvers if you want a burger that's awful for you.
I'm just like, what is that little fucking star faggot so happy about?
You know what the star is happy about.
Homie looks buzzed.
That's because this is their market. This is just stoners that look exactly like this.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the only people I know.
You know what's up with the
Jr. Other than like my deceased grandfather.
You know what's up with the star. You know what's up with him. Oh. Shit, look at that fella.
Oh, look at
that. We know that guy.
I don't know what.
Let's move on.
Yeah. Checkers. This is Rallies here in Kentucky. I don't know why it's called Checkers elsewhere.
I was gonna say we call it drafts here. That's a joke about the board game.
That was funny. I understood that reference.
Yeah. Anyway, forget it.
Anyway, I loathe Rallies to such a degree that it like I could move mountains with my hatred. It's
like really nearby is the one that's right across the street from where Morgan and I went to college, and that place got robbed every fucking day. And I was just I think I'm gonna risk my life when I walk into that store for the most mediocre food of all time, and I'm gonna risk getting shot.
Oh, it's not even mediocre. It's not mediocre. It is fucking garbage. The single worst French fries I have ever had in my life.
Oh my God.
To such a degree that they're not even like, you would get better French fries buying like great value shit and throwing it in the microwave. That is a better French fry experience than fucking Rallies. It's like your fast food. How do you fuck this up this badly? I have so many questions. And like it's apparently a sustainable business model that they can just continue to be open and sell this garbage and people eat it. What is like
and hey, look, to bring it back to August's comment about a gender burger and liberal drink, we got Chick-fil-A coming up next. The goats, the absolute legends, the finally sticking it to the man in question being
a woman.
Is that the one that was like their Twitter brand was like women belong in the kitchen? Was that the
I don't know.
Was that
probably
it was one of these fucking racist places.
Probably, but I feel like with Chick-fil-A, here's the thing about this is that there's not a straight member of this podcast. So I feel confident in asserting my position here in that Chick-fil-A slaps like a motherfucker, save for the homophobia.
That's B tier. I don't even care.
No, you're absolutely right. Chick-fil-A is like that's
just shy of the best. I would put it in the best if their sandwiches weren't kind of inconsistent. Like, I'd say, and because they're quite fresh, and that's a bonus. Yes. But the downside of that is that sometimes you get one that's a little dodgy. And also it's automatic to have pickles on there, and pickles are the scum of my toes. Like garbage.
They evil. Yeah.
I guess to me, my only real issue with Chick-fil-A is that it's the kind of fast food where a lot of the other ones I'd put relatively higher. I could like 3 or 4 times a year. I think Chick-fil-A is like a once a year type of deal for me. It gets a little repetitive, I think, but that doesn't take away from when you have it. It's a
Kanye ruined Chick-fil-A for me.
Nuggets, and they fry that shit in peanut oil instead of corn oil, and it's a lot better for you too. So
I gotta try that then.
Wow, here we go.
Never heard of it. Now I have.
It's pretty good. I don't think I've ever had Chipotle.
Vastly overrated, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would agree.
Okay.
Going to Chipotle is constantly like, I fucking shit myself all night. And I'm like, there's no way this is worth it for you. I don't understand.
Yeah, aren't there burritos like the size of your arm, basically?
Like literally a baby's leg. Like it's
yeah.
That's too much.
I'd say D tier just for the place you gotta go.
Like a hot take row of D's. How do we feel about Church's Chicken? We ever had
That's
Church's
the most
Chicken?
American fucking name for a fast food.
Churchill's Chicken
is the kind of shit that would be built into, like, there's sometimes in the Midwest there are gas stations that have a fast food joint built into them. 9 times out of 10 that shit's gonna be Church's.
Fuck yes, I know it. Yeah,
it's like high F, low D tier.
It's I'd be generous with D just because like
Chick-fil-A is so much better than Church's Chicken. Rhiannon's giving me shit.
Oh brother, we're having Chick-fil-A hot takes right now. Is that what's happening?
What people aren't prepared to accept is that Chick-fil-A are good because they're homophobic.
I don't disagree. It's actually what they put in the oil.
Yeah,
it's the homophobia.
Liberal tears.
Yeah.
You know, I bet the chickens they get for Chick-fil-A, they're the kinds that beat their hens.
Cookout. Here's the thing. Cookout is like a college institution for me because it's the thing that's open the latest.
It's right next to
fucking terrible food. Like barely edible. But their drink choices really good. A lot of variety there. A lot of variety on the menu in general. And the shakes are great. So I'm going to say I would say high D.
I would say low C, high D.
Yeah,
Cookout is like the default fast food restaurant for me. Like that's like when I think of basically like perfectly in between, perfectly serviceable shit. That's Cookout.
You know, actually, it's damn cheap. So I'll go C.
Yeah,
low C tier. So
C for cheap.
Yeah. Speaking of C's, Culvers. Culvers firm first entry into the best tier.
It's god awful for you, but man, that shit tastes good.
Never been,
and I mean,
so.
if you're getting fast food, you may as well commit. You know?
Yeah, and the ice cream, fucking yes, God yes.
Like there's not a miss on that menu. Smacking burgers, smacking chicken, smacking fries, smacking ice. It's just like it's the platonic ideal in so many ways. Del Taco. You guys ever had Del Taco? That's a West Coast thing.
I thought this was a made up restaurant that they talk about in like movies and shit just because it's such a boring name imaginable.
Yeah,
like,
it's such a bland taco. Like
people on like the Big Bang Theory would be like, you want to go to Del Taco because like that's where like fictional people
legit eat. Like speaking of Big Bang Theory, for so many years I didn't realize the Cheesecake Factory was a real thing.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I'm not sure
understandable.
Dope. Cheesecake Factory is dope. Expensive, but dope.
Not on this
the menu list, is like a George R.R. Martin novel. Well, you got to go into Cheesecake Factory. It's like a sit down establishment. They got waiters and everything, so it doesn't qualify. I hate Denny's.
Denny's is
so
just
much.
Like Waffle House. It's like, I mean, like Waffle House and I better. So like, what's even the point?
Like Aaron from Game Grumps during their tier list so firmly argued that Denny's was better than Waffle House or IHOP. And
Fuck no.
Like fucking no one has ever been more wrong about anything.
Yeah, I feel like
talking to me about I like talking about a grand slam in front. Get out of here. Get out of here with this. You know how many grand slams I've had in my life when I'm absolutely wasted and like I'm absolutely wasted, and I'm still like, this is garbage. You know how bad you have to be for me to be sloshed at that level, and for me to still look at going like, I can't finish
Someone who
this.
has been around you in this exact circumstance, it takes a lot.
I'm like fucking Kirby, man. I get like that, I just eat it all.
Kirby.
And Denny's is like, I die.
The evil opposite of Kirby, the anti-Kirby. Got no
Dark
Kirby
Kirby.
in him.
Dark
But-
Kirby.
Fake place.
Yeah, Denny's terrible, abysmal, retire, close down.
All right. Domino's.
Recently retired.
Another one I can comment on. I don't know what it's like there, but I actually don't mind Domino's.
Here's the thing. Like every pizza
Domino's.
every pizza option on here that, well, I've never had Sbarro's, which again sounds made up.
Fake.
But every pizza option on here, I'm like, fuck yeah, bro. Because like pizza is literally just like, don't spit in it. Don't put anything weird in it, and we're fine.
Even if I
Make
have
sure it
all
cooks
the other
all the way.
I'll still go with Domino's above all of the other ones. And if you haven't tried their pasta shit, that is delicious. It's so fucking good. Like,
yeah,
get a
Domino's are my go-to for pizza, and I will also give my local Domino's a shout out because when I order on the app, they always say like for an extra $2, you can ask for 20-minute delivery, and if we don't deliver in 20 minutes, then you get a coupon for a free pizza. And every single time I've done that, even when they deliver it in under 20 minutes, I still get the voucher. So
fucking legends.
They get big props for me for that. So
that'll go B tier, I think.
Yeah, comrades.
Not quite the best, but the proletariat of pizza.
I'm no big Domino's fan, but I can whatever.
Abolish the proletariat. Dairy Queen. Not good food at all, really. I will eat it, but it's not very good.
It sounds like
ice cream.
It sounds like you're literally like just you have to milk a cow. Like it just, I hear Dairy Queen, I think I'm supposed to like churn something.
Oh, yeah, this year's Bertha, she's my Dairy Queen.
You're a very weird little foreign man, you know that? So I'm gonna put this in B because that's how much legwork the ice cream does at that place.
Yeah,
when they serve so much.
They also have god awful fries, for the record. Like,
terrible.
Like they serve an entire potato, and it's just like.
Remember when I was talking about rallies, and I was talking about when they just throw the fries in the microwave, and that would be better. That's the Dairy Queen fries that I was talking about. It's only slightly better than rallies.
Yeah, but I go to Dairy Queen for blizzards. I can't remember the last time I actually got a burger at Dairy Queen.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's fair to say about literally everyone. Like, Dairy Queen is an ice cream place through and through.
Yeah.
To the point.
But like, if I'm there, but the thing is that like I end up there when I haven't eaten, also. So I'll just get something there too,
which is okay. I mean,
it's fine, Firehouse subs. I always like a good sub place, except for certain members of the community.
I will get to that.
Firehouse, that's a firm C tier. It's never going to be my go-to sub place, but it's very serviceable. Let's get some good stuff there. Five Guys, I'm like so on the fence about whether or not they even count as fast food.
Never had.
I've been there quite a bit. I mean,
August is like, I like Five Guys.
Yeah, I do.
Five Guys for all five of your holes.
I think here's what I'll say. I think Five Guys will qualify for the best if it wasn't so goddamn expensive.
Are they called Five Guys because by the time you are finished, you've blown your ass out so much that 5 penises could fit inside of it?
Stunningly, no. That's
Riley,
more to
we're
do
talking
with-
about about food here, man. Come
Riley,
on.
that was the most Aaron from Game Grumps sentence I've ever heard anyone say who wasn't Aaron from. Like, that is legitimately something he would say.
What?
Yeah.
Why do they not have a logo, or is that just like it's just
Oh no, that's it.
fucking Arial black text onto a fucking red square?
Graphic design is my fucking passion.
They have free peanuts, so I recommend Five Guys if you are of the elephantine persuasion.
All of our elephant viewers, shout out.
Yeah,
They never.
But yeah, definitely qualifies for the best, but they got to lower those prices, man. This isn't. This is the opposite of the proletariat of Dominoes.
this is
IHOP. Okay, here's the thing. The food at IHOP that is not pancakes is bad. However, if you're going to IHOP and you don't get pancakes, you're a moron.
Yes.
So B tier, I will say.
Quality.
I can't give them the best just because I have to acknowledge that their other stuff is not good, but smacks.
International Hole of Peace.
Glad to see we're at the top of our form.
Yeah. In-N-Out Burger.
Another
Riley,
place
In-N-Out.
you have a
I haven't
crass
either.
comment to make here?
They got some good burgers, Donnie.
You know,
Donnie's
here's what I motion. I say we put In-N-Out Burger in F tier just to piss off the people who are going to be skipping around in the video, because everybody is like, fucking In-N-Out Burger are like the best ever. So I think,
Why not? Jack in the Box. Anyone else had Jack in the Box? It's kind of rare around here. It's so completely unremarkable.
It's like like if fucking White Castle is like the worst Jack in the Box, is like a marginal improvement in like every way, enough to be like a D tier instead of an F tier. It's like bad, but like
I would put it in the upper D tier just because it's like
it's fine.
There's nothing about it that offends me. Jersey Mike's makes a pretty good sandwich. I'd put it in the Firehouse tier. Jimmy John's, same thing actually. Good sandwich.
yeah, I
C tier.
I think they're a little unremarkable, but whatever.
Yeah, I would say Firehouse and Jersey Mike's are a little ahead of it in terms of quality, but not by heaps.
Okay, what the fuck is this Lynchian nightmare?
I don't know, man.
Jolly, what the fuck is that thing? I hate it.
I do not know.
Yeah.
All right, the big one now, Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Chicken.
Got some skin in the game right now.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't take ownership.
We talk. I feel like we do end up talking about KFC a fair bit. It is like legitimately, yes, it is F tier. It is the most like, nothing makes me feel, none of the shit that I've tried, and admittedly I haven't tried, I don't know most of this, but nothing makes me feel as horrible as KFC does. It feels like you can literally feel the years of your life crumbling away from you as you eat KFC.
I think their biscuits are good, but there are just so many other places that you can get a good biscuit. The aforementioned Bojangles, which also sucks, is one of those places. Their chicken, especially when you get like something that's not the tenders, like when you get a breast meal or something, when you eat the chicken breast, it feels like it was like contains the G virus from Resident Evil or something. Like it feels like you just ate something that is actively trying to erode
I only
your
get the
internal
popcorn
organs.
chicken there because it's the one they don't fuck up.
Yeah, the popcorn chicken's all right, actually. That's good because it's the least
again,
like sloppy thing you could possibly get.
How do you
from there.
fuck up popcorn chicken? Like
I just don't want to eat something and like feel like it's melting in my hand, like feel the grease running down my fingers while I'm eating it.
Eat one burger. You eat one fucking order from them, and you're just Jeff Goldblum in The Fly.
Yep.
Although I will say, I kind of respect the idea of like the bucket, like just as a concept, just
It's a good idea.
Put your shit in a like. It's
What a
so
concept.
it is so utilitarian. So in a certain sense, and it's like so unpretentious as well. The idea of like, here it's in a fucking bucket. Here you go.
Okay, Little Caesars. We have our second best entry. Now, here's the thing. I have to emphasize again, not good pizza. There is no good pizza on here. But you cannot get a better deal than the hot and ready.
That's fair.
Simply does not get better than that. And like, all things considered, it's pretty good. On top of this, you also have options for deep dish, and like
you gotta go deep dish. You have to.
Yeah. Well, not again, unless you're getting the hot and ready, because that costs like $6. Deep dish is a little more expensive, so you want to save some money. Best deal in food. The deep dish, however, if you can get that is essentially 2 pizzas that they give you for the price of 1, basically. It's enough food to feed a family of 3 just in the 2 pizzas there, because it's seriously like this thick, and it's so good. Like unironically, with not even within the confines of fast food pizza. It's chef kiss. Very good. And you will almost, especially if you're eating by yourself, you almost certainly will have leftovers, which you don't even have to warm up to be good. It's just like, I can't sing the praises of Little Caesars enough. They've gotten me through some dark times.
All right, so. McDonald's. I feel like any opinion on McDonald's is already like so inherently loaded just because of what a, monolith they are.
Yeah.
But I'm going to plant my flag in the ground and say that they are the best. They just are.
No.
They're successful for a reason. First of all, they have absolutely, again, it's such a cold take, right? But they have just mastered the art of the French fry. Like the fries are the pinnacle of the form, essentially. Like, it is everything about
eating a McDonald's French fry is like listening to Miles Davis play trumpet, and you can get it for a maximum of $3.19 or something like that.
Like, McDonald's, they have theory tested not just their fries, but every menu item so thoroughly that like there's not even a margin for error in what they do, because not even a sliver, because it's just so like bam, bam, bam. They know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly how to put on the toppings, the fucking temperature to store them at, the fucking like these motherfuckers probably could find the Lost Ark if they really wanted to, but they are investing.
They certainly have the money.
I mean, the Big Mac is like, it is. That's the Sergeant Pepper's of food.
Yeah. Like, it's everywhere. There is no escape from it. So once you've surrendered, it's like, this rules.
Yeah. I mean, fuck it, any business, like, you probably can think of others, but very few have like as many distinct ubiquitous products, like, and concepts as McDonald's do. The Big Mac, the McNugget, the Happy Meal. Like, the Happy Meal is the foundation of your childhood, and then when you get to a certain age and you realize that there's more to Macca's than the Happy Meal, then your whole world just opens up. Like,
you have that rebellious teenage phase where you're like, McDonald's sucks, but then you circle back around and are like, wait, I am just a stupid rebellious pawn in this system. I am a cog in the machine of McDonald's master plan. I will adhere to the great fry deity.
Need to turn that logo upside down, because this is the dub.
McDonald's,
the Golden Arches.
McDonald's from Anohana.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't. I don't want to hear shit about how their ice cream machine is broken. Like, you can't have everything, guys. Their ice cream machine is broken because they've given us too many gifts.
Go to Dairy Queen if you want ice cream.
Yeah, quit being a
Bitch.
baby. Moe's Southwest Grill. You guys had this?
I know of them. Never been there.
Yeah, there's one in Lexington that's been there for
I drive by it
my entire life. But never stopped in. Noodles Company.
I mean,
I love me a good noodle, but
credit weird you for just calling it the food, the name of the food.
Yeah.
They're to the point. It's fucking noodles. What do you want, Mary Poppins?
One thing I'll plant a flag in the ground here and say that if I can't tell what you're going to be giving me just from looking at your sign or your logo, then you failed unequivocally as a company. I need to be able to steer and tell what I'm getting. And so if I can't do that.
In-N-Out Burger, we're good.
Yeah.
Burger
McDonald's gets
King,
away with
good.
this too because they've just made their symbol so ubiquitous that you just know. But things like fucking
Checkers.
What
another failure from Rallies.
Just
Checkers.
They cannot stop taking L's. So respect to whatever Noodles is all about, because I mean, unless they don't sell noodles, in which case I retract all of this. But assuming they do, I can respect that.
I hope they don't. Well, then Panda Express is a failure because they don't sell pandas. Fucking liars.
They don't even sell Chinese food.
No.
I mean, sure, but
that is the World Wildlife Fund logo.
Express because that shit is so good and there is so much variety there. I'm a stickler for any forms of Asian food, but if you just need some in a jiff, Panda Express is there for you, man.
I don't know. I can't bring my soul. I vehemently dislike Panda Express myself.
I wouldn't say I dislike it, but there's something about it that kind of turns my stomach a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go very bottom rung of the C tier.
Okay.
That's fair enough.
We'll get some Jake rep in here, but this feels like a healthy compromise.
All right, moving on to metal band Pantera. Now these guys,
Pantera bread's just kind of gotten worse. Has anybody else noticed this? Like, it used to be pretty great.
Yeah,
just kind of.
No, I think what really kind of turned me off was one time I got food poisoning there and was like pissing for a day straight.
I think I'm immune to food poisoning. I've never had it in my life, but I think it's because I've been raised on this diet. So I'm either immune to food poisoning or I have it twice a week.
Maybe it's like the Mr. Burns thing.
Yeah, you've got so much. You've built up an immunity. Like you'll never die. Like you can just eat shit for the rest of your life and be fine.
I firmly believe that Morgan is the first true immortal being.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Aside from those little gay jellyfish things that can restart their life cycle.
Like I'm like One Punch Man. There's just no one to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, Panera, I will put in the I would say upper C tier.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm actually gonna reorder this a little bit.
I could see Pantera dropping with time though.
We have PDQ, Pickle Dick Quarry.
Pickle Dick.
I'm Pickle Dick.
Shut the fuck up!
Dick.
Shut the fuck up!
Hey everybody, look at me! I'm Pickle Dick. Papa John.
I'm gonna fuck your wife.
So Papa John's sucks. Their pizza is terrible, but their cheese sticks are elite because they just cut out all the fat of their pizza, like all of the unnecessary shit. I'm gonna say C tier.
That's also like the dude is like he's like a dude.
Racist.
That
I think his face is like scratched out on this logo for that reason.
So like has all the bigotry of Chick-fil-A but none of the charm.
Yeah.
Basically.
I hate it when that happens, when I exchange charm for bigotry.
Penn Station, our fourth entry into the best. Just like it's a little expensive, but it's not like Five Guys expensive, and you get like a sandwich that's this long, and it's just so good. If you like, Riley, whenever you come to the United States, I'm taking you to Penn Station and you're gonna get the chicken cordon bleu sandwich.
Oh, I do like me a good chicken cordon bleu.
You know, you've just given me perfect material for my Morgan X Riley fan cam. Riley, whenever you come.
You need to set it to like a Doja Cat song.
Also, I just need to add penis station. Done.
Thank you. Tell you what, man, it's all in the bread. It's all in the bread with a sub shop like this. This is why Jersey Mike's and Firehouse and Jimmy John's can't compete.
Yeah,
I can't, man.
All right, now here's one I can contribute with Pizza Hut. Now again, it's difficult to say with whether or not I have the same experience of a particular chain as you do, but I just want to say that Pizza Hut is hands down just the worst pizza I've ever had in my life. Just again, I don't think it's like this a satanic thing. It's just bad. Like it just Domino's is so much better. In my hometown,
I like them less than Domino's, but I like them more than I like fucking Papa John's. They're right in the middle of those big three pizza guys for me.
Also, like the Pizza Hut in my hometown, like incidentally, is right next door to a Domino's, which I always found really funny. But like, it's like the people that work there, like I'm like 99% certain that the Pizza Hut in my hometown is like a front for like a drug business of some kind. Because there's just like I swear to God, I went in there once and there was just a dude like smoking crack in the store.
Yeah. Okay. So
anyway,
I worked at Pizza Hut one summer as a delivery driver. I lasted 2 weeks. I can corroborate, at least spiritually, the things that you're saying.
Right.
In terms of their food, you asked me at a different year of my life, and I'm going to have a different placement that I would put them. I've been all over the place with Pizza Hut, man. Right now, I would go low C tier. I think it's serviceable. I think their sauce, like the base pizza sauce, that like the normal stock one that you get, sucks. But I think the crust is okay. So it's
you know what? I actually feel pretty similarly about Pizza Hut as I do about Burger King, in the sense that like it just doesn't animate me in any way or make me feel like any level of satisfaction or fulfillment. It is purely functional. It is just, I don't know. It's so sloppy to me. It is
sloppy.
It is the most like, take your fucking pizza, you fucking piece of shit.
The more you say to me, the
pizza
more
shit.
Also, like for a brand that is so like become so successful and so ubiquitous, there's even less excuse to be so just fucking empty. Like look at McDonald's, like that they've set a standard, right, for fast food ubiquity. You're Pizza Hut, you're everywhere in the world. Do better.
Never had Popeyes. I get the feeling I'd really like them, but has anybody else?
Too. I'm weirdly in that camp.
My full extent of exposure to Popeyes is that bit in Little Nicky where the demon's like, Popeyes chicken is the shiznit, which always made me laugh as a kid.
Good stuff. Quiznos, not good, really.
They've got a fun name. They've got a good
essential sub place.
Yeah, I'd say ID.
Rory
Rogers.
I'm happy. I think the name saves Quiznos more than anything.
Yes.
Like
good logo too.
Good logo.
Yeah, and the slogan, toasty. Like that just makes me smile.
It's just a fun little meme, you know. It's a fun little meme.
Roy Rogers, that's an actor, not a restaurant. Don't know what you're on about. Sparrows, never had. Shake Shack,
Never
pretty banging.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ooh, explain yourself.
This might just be a campus experience, but we had one on campus at UNL, and they were never open, and when they were, I could not tolerate any of it. It was like the greasiest shit.
The Shake Shack is a little old place where we can get together.
The only experience I've had with Shake Shack is having it in Midtown Manhattan.
Very different places.
You look one direction, you see the Empire State Building. You look the other direction, you can see the Chrysler Building. Picturesque. Doesn't get better than that. Food's pretty good. Pretty good stuff. I would say I like a little better than Five Guys. I'd put that there. I don't know what Sheets is.
Very unfortunate name. Sheets.
Yeah.
Like you
do better.
You gave up.
Skyline chili.
Oh no.
Vile dog feces.
When your claim to fame is just chili, I feel like there's something wrong. Something feels wrong.
It's very bad chili. It's very, very bad. Sonic
is a hedgehog.
You can't beat the drink variety.
Like the food is like cardboard. You know what?
Yeah, there's a place with some breakfast foods that kick ass though. Sonic's breakfast shit is delicious.
I'll take your word for it, my friend.
I could be. I think C.
Yeah,
C is fair. Like low C, just because that food's not great, but they've got redeeming qualities. Like
they lose points for having a logo that is like only slightly less bland than the Five Guys logo.
It looks better, like actually on the sign.
Because like that has like yellow and red, and there's just more. It pops. There's a bit of blue. That it does not pop here.
It's got pizzazz. Yeah.
Yes. Steak and Shake. That's
top tier.
So I'm assuming you don't actually have a steak with a milkshake there, because if that's what that is implying, that sounds like a positively disgusting combination of things.
I don't like what the hell is wrong with you, but I digress. It's a steak burger. I guess just a different part of the cow that they make their burgers out of than usual. I don't really know what the difference is. They're very thin, so you have to get like triple to actually get any meat on it. So the thing is that at the second lowest point of my life, my first semester of
there's something
college.
So fucking fundamentally tragic about having a second lowest point of your life.
It was the first semester of college. I contemplated suicide and ate Steak and Shake almost in exclusivity. That is some very bad press for them that I've never, even in the 4 years between then and now, I've never quite been able to get over that hurdle. But in my prime and in Steak and Shake's prime, right up here with the best of them. But there's been a fall from grace, and I would put it just behind Shake Shack.
I have too many great memories wrapped up in Steak and Shake. I remember every time we would go see a movie with our friends, we would go there afterwards. It's just a place of unrepentant joy. Steak and Shake is like the top of the list for me.
It's like life happens at Steak and Shake.
Yeah. You need to work for their PR department, honestly. That should be their slogan. Life happens at Steak.
No, because I haven't finished yet. It's because it includes all of the worst parts of life as well. They have also been in a Steak and Shake.
You can probably leave that bit off the sign.
Well, I can't lie to the people. Subway, the top of the F tier.
You know what? I'm gonna say at least D tier. because I believe there is a redeeming secret quality to Subway that most people don't consider, and that is Goodrich ice cream, which I think is pretty good.
I don't know what this is.
Exactly, because no one knows what the fuck Goodrich ice cream is, and that's why Subway gets written off so much, even though it's a pretty darn good soft serve ice cream that they have like built into some of their restaurants. But
I don't think that comes with any of ours.
Yeah, I've never encountered that.
Exactly, and that's why no one knows about it. It's obscure. It's secret.
What I will say for Subway is that I would put it in the low B tier. I have a lot of love for Subway.
Jesus.
That said, I find it incredibly amusing how much Morgan hates it.
No, I'm with you, Riley.
I would say
I like Subway too.
It would be.
I like my
if,
Subway.
It would be higher if the best subs, or at least the ones that I like the most, were more affordable. But but also at the same time, it's not. It's yeah. Like I never get a 6-inch. Like it's always going to be foot long or go home.
Look, I'm backing you up, Riley. I like Subway well enough myself. I was saying D tier as a compromise, but if I had my way, I'd be B tier right along with you.
Yeah, I mean, I just have an affection for Subway, and
August the negotiator Nelson.
Yeah, yeah.
Here's the thing. I got into this fully the other day when we weren't recording. During the inception of this video idea, Subway fundamentally, in terms of the ordering, preparation, progress, it's a broken system. It's the U.S. government on a line. We are propping up a dying system with Subway here because it's remarkably inefficient. So you have the one guy at this end with your breads and your meats. And then it's like, do you want it toasted? Yes, obviously I want it toasted. I'm not eating your garbage bread if you're not toasting it. That's like the thought makes me want to throw up. And yes, I want the herbs and cheese. I don't want your cardboard. Just like I'll accept your cardboard if you're throwing some herbs and cheese on it. But don't come to me with this, do you want herbs and cheese? Yes. Stop being ridiculous. It's like, oh, then we put it in the toaster. You get backed up because there's 2 subs still in the toaster from other people who are now waiting in line. There's 2 people up front on the garnishes and cheese and shit, whatever the hell else is on the other side, sauces. There's 2 people backed up there. They're still waiting on their food. So you're third in line on the supposedly cutting edge efficient making preparation, and it's garbage. Terrible idea. And people who work at Subway, I am so empathetic with workers, especially fast food workers. Like, take all the time you need. If you fuck something up, it's fine. I'm not losing that much money. But like, don't have an attitude with me. That's all I'm saying. I just wanted some meatballs on some bread.
The aspect of Subway we're neglecting, because we have to talk about this, because we've talked about it with Papa John's, we talked about it with Chick-fil-A, is where they land on the bigotry scale. And I would say that no one can possibly score higher than the business that essentially orchestrated and fundamentally based their brand around a pedophile.
True.
So that is,
I mean,
that's
why
impressive.
do you think they serve white footlongs? They're trying to compensate for something, are we?
Yeah, I mean, Jared, he set the bar really high for basically every other business to, in terms of building your brand around a fundamentally evil human being.
And then Harvey Weinstein, he was like, you see that bar? I'm gonna fuck the bar. And he stuck his tiny gangly dick into the metal rod.
On the note of, the footlong thing as well, Subway get points because not only are they represented essentially by a pedophile, but also like they have the most phallic food of all of these places that we've talked about.
Shit, you wonder why I like it?
So yeah, in a lot of respects, Subway, fuck it, maybe they're an S tier. Maybe I would say that. No, I wouldn't say that. I said this as well the other day when we were talking about this, is that my local Subway has a drive-through, and like it's so funny because you think, oh great, I get to circumvent all of these problems that Morgan has just very eloquently talked about. And then if you go through the drive-through at my Subway, you're sitting there for 30 minutes waiting because just no one is in the drive-through is prioritized at Subway at all.
Still here?
Yeah, you're just sitting there
like half the time you pull up there and they look at you like, we have a drive-through.
Like, yeah, it's just a window.
Curious.
It's just a window that some boss who never turns up anyway just figured, just slap a sign on that. Subway are the greatest brand of all time. End of quote.
We've talked about so much how Subway are so flawed conceptually that I forgot to mention that the food is like upper D tier at best.
I love a sandwich that is soaking wet.
Hell yeah.
I hate wet bread.
Oozing fluids into my mouth.
Jared's hot cum.
Can we move on, please?
For fuck's sake. Swenson's never had Swenson's. Don't know what it is.
Isn't that the dude who Joe Swenson from Family Guy?
Hey, Peter.
You got it.
Hey, Peter.
Hey, Peter. Hey, Peter. I just put my wife in a wheelchair. Now I got a wife chair.
My penis does not function.
Taco Bell, not my bag. So I'll leave it in the hands of Jake and August.
You know what?
I think Taco Bell rules. It's cheap as fuck. The Doritos Locos Tacos are great. Nacho fries are fucking great. If they had nacho fries year round, that shit would be top tier. But they only have a little bit, so I assign that with a B tier. The end of the B tier.
I think Taco Bell drools because they do, and I don't like them.
I'm gonna go with lower B because Baja Blast rules.
That
Fair
is
point.
also true.
I'm happy with lower B.
Waffle House.
Waffle House.
Bottom text.
There was a time post-pandemic where Waffle House was no longer 24 hours. And me and my roommates were sort of in a collective mourning. It was grim. That's how bad things got. And it's back now. We're back to 24 hours in the Bowling Green locations. And it was a momentous day.
Getting a lot more personal than I thought we were in this fast food tier list.
You know what, man? How on brand?
It's appropriate. It's us.
Will you shut up, man? Wendy's
nuts slap you in the face.
Wendy's is great.
Pretty good, too expensive.
Big love.
But pretty good.
Wendy's
is a bit too expensive.
Ideal fast food burgers. The ideal burgers.
And their chicken is great as well. The only thing they're lagging in a little bit is the fries. The fries are not quite up to snuff.
Also, you don't get the thing about Wendy's in my experience, again, it's New Zealand Wendy's, but I find you get so much more. The portion sizes, everything is so much more generous there, except for the fries. Weirdly enough, I just wish I would have more. And because if I get a large meal, I get the hugest drink I've ever seen in my life, and the burgers are always really, really high quality. And then the fries are just I need more. So yeah.
And you know what? Their strawberry lemonade kicks fucking ass.
Yeah, all of the dessert stuff at Wendy's, milkshakes, desserts, whatever it is.
Frosties
immaculate.
Are simple. They're $1. Perfect. Ideal.
Immaculate stuff. Yeah.
Can't argue with it.
Big love from me too.
Whataburger, never had.
Never been.
Nope.
What a burger.
West Coast thing.
Not familiar.
Why is it the Weezer logo?
I don't know. We'll go ahead and
They're-
get these out of the way
yeah.
too. Never had Wiener Schnitzel.
Yeah, me neither.
What?
Wings.
There's a place called Wiener Schnitzel?
It would appear so. This
What is
is
that?
news
What is
to me
that?
as
Is
well.
that fucking sausage? You fucking bit of fucking dick.
Wings. I don't know what that is. Wingstop is a subsidiary of Buffalo Wild Wings, I think.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I believe you're correct.
We've
yes.
already
Buffalo Wild Wings is
established-
pretty good.
We've already
Yeah, I like
established
Buffalo
that
Wild Wings.
A&W, ass and wings is all you need. So anything else is...
if I can share an anecdote about Buffalo Wild Wings, I want to say I'm always going to have fondness for them because my grandmother on my father's side, a horrible, awful, hateful woman, died, and I went to her funeral, and one of the only things they could say about her during the procession was that she liked trivia at Buffalo Wild Wings, and I just thought that was the saddest thing humanly imaginable for someone to say at someone's fucking funeral. It's that they're that miserable of a person, so you have to be like, she liked Buffalo Wild Wings trivia.
Pretty good though. Way too expensive.
Yes,
Way too expensive.
You
Yeah,
know,
it would be B tier if it wasn't.
I say just go to an actual fucking wings place. That's my opinion.
We don't have those.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I do.
unfortunately.
So I'm gonna say
Well,
fuck.
Even compared to Nebraska, Kentucky's a fucking third world.
We're like a third world country compared to California, so you're like a ninth world country, maybe even a 27th world country if we're doing powers of three.
All I'm gonna
Yeah.
say about White Castle is that Harold and Kumar
White asshole.
went there for a reason.
White Castle is fucking disgusting.
I've never had it.
eaten
I don't know.
there
I
and
just-
not
White
had my
asshole.
bowels ruined.
So
I
bad.
can't eat there. I just can't.
It almost makes the D tier just because it's okay when you're
It gets
blasted.
some points for vaguely sounding like it might be white supremacist.
That gives it points.
Well, we've been talking
Apparently,
about
according to
like
Riley.
bigotry points for all these different businesses. So I have to acknowledge the dog whistle inherent in that business enterprise.
We got Zaxby's now, and I fuck with Zaxby's.
Ah, fucks with Zaxby's. I put that
I never had
right
it,
there.
so whatever you say.
Fake,
just
fake
behind-
restaurant, not real.
Dog.
Just behind the behind the wings.
Riley, I'm with you. Zaxby's.
Why would you put the last three letters of the alphabet in your business name? That's just no one's going to want to say that.
This isn't 2014 Yu-Gi-Oh. We're not gonna play Xyz
It's got the
monsters. What do you
first-
think this bullshit is?
got-
We're all about the link summons, bitch.
They-
I'm gonna summon a Crystron, Halkey Fibrax to my Link Zone, turbo out a Jet Synchron into a fucking Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, pop your entire field and back row and fucking OTKU Ojama King style, bitch. None of this XYZ bullshit.
I just like chicken. I think
Yeah,
chicken is good.
It's damn good chicken. And the seasoning they put on their fries. Solid as
My
hell.
favorite fries in the fast food
Can't argue.
business. Just the best fries.
Blogosphere.
Can't argue. Very, very good stuff.
My motherfucker just looked at the alphabet and said, "What if this was a
Oh
restaurant?"
wait, and AB, those are the first two letters.
Yeah.
So these are really on to something. They think.
It's like they started reading the alphabet and they're like, "This is boring," and they skipped to the end.
They're
Started
like,
from the bottom. now we're
yo,
here.
look at these letters, man.
Started from the
dogs.
bottom, now
A and
all
B,
teams partnered in.
Bro, fucking X and Y and Z, get on my level.
Man,
Bruh.
AB, XYZ, is this fucking Slow Dive and Rush?
This
What's
is
happening?
some Sesame Street, Jackson 5, Illuminati, Pandarati, Bugatti, bars.
It is finished.